Well, this is another story time I was not expecting to do, but here we are, so hello. But anyways, this is a story time I really didn't want to talk about, but at the same time, I have I wouldn't say I have no choice, but I gotta let it out, reveal everything. So yeah, let's get started with this vlog. Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and today this is not going to be a vlog. Of course, this is not going to have a number, none of that. This is another story time, and this story time is pretty different from the other story times I've talked about 4 of these, as you can see. Link will be description at the end of the video, as you can see. So yeah, I've talked about 4 different story times, so yeah. This one is very, very different than the regular ones I've filmed back then, so yeah. This one is going to be very different because this one is about a girl, not a guy, obviously, so yeah. If you guys are new here, you know what to do. I don't gotta repeat it many times on my videos, but make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button to stay updated with all my content, and I will be posting new audios maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. Well, Friday I will definitely have time, and maybe Saturday. Depends if I have time or not. But yeah, you guys will be keeping up to date on those. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started into this story time. Yeah, so this story took place in my high school years. So I was like a teenager pretty much when this happened, and I was friends with this girl. Some people who went to high school with me know who I'm talking about in this video. So yeah, this is why I'm going to be talking about it, and they'll be like, oh, when will we ever talk about it, on your channel? And now years later, here we go, we are talking about it years later. So yeah, anyways, I'm not going to say any names here because it would be pretty rude, and I don't want people to go hatred messages towards her. So yeah, and plus she has social media, so I don't want to say her name at all. So yeah, anyways, I was friends with this girl in high school, and I didn't really like her that way. I just liked her as a friend. That's it, nothing else. Because you know me, I'm not gay or anything, none of that. And and this is a little reminder here. I support people who are gay or lesbian, so don't assume like I don't like people who are gay or, bi. Because somebody reached out to me who was a subscriber to my channel and was like, do you have something against gay people? I was like, no, I have nothing against them. It's totally normal. I don't have anything against them. It's pretty fine with me. I'm even friends with people who are gay, and it's not a big deal with me. So yeah, I support LGBTQ plus community and all of that, even bi and non-binary and all of that. So yeah, so don't come hating on me or anything on Instagram or Snapchat and saying like, oh, I hate gay people. I do not. I support them. I support even the Black Lives Matter during the pandemic. So yeah, just a little disclaimer right there. So don't comment down below saying that I hate gay people. I don't. I support them. I wouldn't say yeah, of course I love them, but I don't want to be myself gay because of my parents. So you guys know that. So yeah, just a little disclaimer on that. So yeah, this girl, I'm just gonna name her by the letter of her name. We're just gonna call her letter R. So R wanted to be friends with me in my freshman year, and I said, sure, why not? It's not a big deal, And then once it was our junior year, things got a little weird between me and her. She started reaching me out on Instagram and texting me. Everybody, my friends in school, in high school, in my class were like, don't be friends with her, she's weird. She's been asking us out. She's been asking us if they want to be her boyfriend or something like that. And then once it was our junior year for me, and I was pretty like, things got just weird as hell between me and her. Firstly, she would ask me weird questions, all that stuff, and then out of nowhere, this was just out of nowhere, and I don't want to say that what exactly she to me, but out of nowhere, she sent me her, yeah, top pic, like a nude pretty much. And I was like, what the heck? Like, and she's like, oh, I like you, all that stuff, you know. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I just don't have feelings for you. I don't like you like that, you know. And she's like, oh, come on, it'll just be a secret between you and me. I was like really uncomfortable. I was like, no, no, thank you. I mean, don't you understand what the word no means, you know? And pretty much I was just getting a little annoyed. I was like, are you kidding me? And then everybody's like, hey, I told you so, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be friends with her anymore. I mean, I trusted her, you know, but then she would go behind my back, maybe say some rude things behind my back that I am not at all about, and just right away say shit that isn't true about me, you know. And I don't like people who talk bad behind my back. I don't like that. I don't appreciate it. So yeah. So then my best friend Erica from high school, she's like, yeah, she said the same thing to me too. I said, hell no, you know, I'm not into all that gay stuff, you know, I'm not gay either. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. I'm not, you know, that. I support people who are like that. So don't say anything that you could use against me, because I do not hate gay people. I support him, I love them, and that's it. No hatred towards anyone who's gay or anything. So anyways, back to the story. So, she and I, we were good friends. We weren't so close like me and Emily. Me and Emily are super close because we've known each other for years, because she and I grew up in the same church. We honestly kind of grew up together, honestly. So yeah. But that's a whole different story. That's for a whole nother vlog, maybe in September or October or November, maybe. So back to the story time. So she and I, we were friends, but we weren't so close, and we sat down with each other like me and Emily always do in church. But here, this was a friend in school, high school, so I was like, yeah. And obviously she and I would have fun, but she'd have these, in her body, she would have like these seizures, like her body would just start shaking, and I would have to get a teacher to help her with that. So yeah, I was like, it's pretty weird, but okay, it's not my problem. I'm gonna continue with my day, you know, and that's it. And so once my junior year came, things got pretty weird between us, and by weird I mean like legit weird. Like, me and Erica know what we're talking. Like, Erica knows what I'm talking about. And so right away, the text messages got a little weird. She wanted to FaceTime me at one point. I was like, no. And I was actually busy that day because I was helping my mom with private things that I'm not going to say here, because you know how I am. I like to keep things private. And I'm like, yeah, this is just getting weird, you know. I mean, and then after she sent me that pic, you know, that pic that I mentioned earlier, I was like, what is this about, you know, like, and she asked me the question, will you be my girlfriend? I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't like girls that way. I like them as best friends, not more than. I'm very sorry, but I just don't like you like that, you know. And she was pretty mad. She wasn't really threatening me or anything. She was just forcing me to be with her or something like that, and I was like, nah, you know. And then my friend Elmer and Kyle were like, yeah, she's been doing the same thing with us. So I was like, yeah, this is getting out of control, you know. And I told them all to block her, you know, and that's what everybody did. Even Erica did that too, and I did too. Everybody just blocked her. Even I did. And so I was like, yeah, that was just weird. Pretty weird. And so I was like, first off, you're not in the state of mind. You're not in a good state of mind. You're way out of content right now. And you're just probably thinking something else, or you want to do something with me. I don't know what it is. But I was like, honestly, I don't think I want to be friends with you anymore. So, goodbye forever, I told her. I didn't say F you, none of that. None of that, I say. And so I was like, yeah, that was pretty weird, but I'm glad I ended things between me and R, because, yeah, things between me and her were just pretty weird. And honestly, I don't regret it at any point. I honestly don't regret it at all. I'm just kind of relieved that I'm not friends with her anymore, you know. So yeah. After that, I told Erica what happened, and she told me her side too, and I was like, yeah, I blocked her, you know, don't worry about it. And she's like, same, I don't want to talk to her anymore. And I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna be friends with her. So yeah. So pretty much, she was asking pretty much everyone who she knew or who I was friends with to be in a relationship with her. either a girl or a boy, and it's pretty weird. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty weird. I don't know why she was doing that in the first place. I don't think she was in a good state of mind when she was doing that, but yeah. I don't want to reunite with her or talk to her anymore, so yeah. And now, years later, hopefully she just remembers what happened during that time and reflects a bit what happened, and maybe she'll share her side of the story, what happened, because who knows, because I have my side of the story, my friends have their side, Erica has her side of the story, so yeah. Even Kyle, Elmer, Farouk, everybody has their side of the story, so yeah. And my friends obviously didn't like her, and I could see why now they don't like her, and it makes sense. Shout out to my friends in high school. And I could see why they didn't like her in the beginning when I became friends with her, including Farouk. He was like, yeah, I don't like that girl, don't be friends with her, don't hang out with her. I was like, okay, fine. And I tried to not hang out with her so much, and so right away I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna focus in class, focus on work, not get so distracted. Or not try to sit with her, all that stuff. And so right away, I would just try to focus, make it look like to the teacher I was focusing, not talking to my friends, as some people or teachers would say behind my backs, be like, oh, she's always talking to her friends. I make time to talk to my friends, okay? I have a schedule, if you don't know that, you creeps. So yeah. What else? I think that's pretty much it about the story time. She even contacted, out of nowhere, Robert, my best friend too. I almost forgot about my best friend Robert too. He and I are good friends. We're on good terms. There's no beef between us. Shout out to Robert, my boy. Anyways, he also got weird text messages from from you know who. So yeah, the letter R. I almost said the name. Sorry about that. And so, but even he knows who I'm talking about. So yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, something's not right here. She's probably on drugs or something. I have no idea. I don't even know if she does drugs. Hopefully she does not, because she looks like kind of like the same age as me. So yeah, hopefully she does not do that. So yeah, I was like, yeah, block her, and he did that. And my best friend Keshawn, shout out to my friend Keshawn out there too. He also blocked her too, because he was acting pretty weird towards her. And I was like, yeah, she's out of control now. So yeah, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much she's losing her mind probably. So yeah, I'm like, okay, this is just getting out of control. I just want to forget about this whole mess, like if it even ever happened, so yeah. Obviously, to this day now, hopefully she's not trying to talk to any of my other friends, because if she is to this day, at this point I would be pretty pissed. I wouldn't be pretty happy about it. So yeah. So far, I've never spoken to her after that whole situation, but yeah, it was just pretty crazy how things escalated from here. And she didn't try to threaten me at any point in the text messages. She was just like, oh, you be with me, or I'm gonna have to force you to be. And I was like, what? Force me to? I don't even want you at all. Anyways, yeah. And I didn't even like her that way. I just liked her as a friend. That's it. Nothing else. There's nothing against being, bi or gay. Nothing bad about it. And so, absolutely nothing horrible about it. So, back to the story. So, I was like, she and I would hang out at lunch, but I didn't have a phone until I was, like, officially a teenager, So, I had to get her number. I got first her mom's number and then her number. And then right away we started texting from there. The texts at first were normal. There was nothing out of the ordinary. But once junior year came, that's where things got a bit weird. And she started reaching out to me on Instagram and not on her phone number. So yeah. So far, I blocked her number, her phone number, her mom's number, and her Instagram. So I'm obviously not talking to her. And I just want to make it clear to my friends in high school, I'm not talking to her, not even on her phone number or Instagram. So yeah. Just to show proof that I'm not. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story time. I honestly don't regret doing this story time, but hopefully you could see that I deal with some kind of people who want to take advantage of my friends and me, and I wouldn't stand a part of it. I wouldn't get involved in it and be like, no, or I'd be in an awkward situation, so yeah. And if you guys noticed in the background, I have new Hello Kitty 50th anniversary wallpapers. I got them a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago. A few days ago, and they're pretty cool. I put all of them up, as you can see, so you guys could see decorating more on my wall. And yeah, so far, things have been good so far. I've gotten nice comments from my new content that I'm making. Thank you very much for those contents. I'm always reading them. I always remove now any negative comments because I feel like we don't need, I mean, what's with the hatred on my channel? Like, come on. I don't need this BS here. Like, come on. I don't need BS on here. Like, seriously, come on. I don't need that crap here today. I always like positive. Always be positive. Don't ever be negative. Like, what the hell? Like, for no reason. Like, come on. That's just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this story time that I told you guys about from high school, because I obviously remembered everything and every detail from what happened through the timelines and all that stuff. So, yeah. And I am going out. Woohoo!